understand the power of once. If there's somebody who came into this room, and I hear God saying you've been going through a drought, but you came into this room and you did not know that you were going to take a drink from a well that is going to radically change your life, one sip at a time. I don't know who I'm talking to in this room, but I feel like you gotta know that it doesn't have to change overnight. I just have to do one thing today that is gonna make it better for me tomorrow. I don't have to have it all figured out. It's gonna happen for me one sip at a time. My breakthrough is on the way. I'm gonna break through so suddenly that when I get over on the other side, they're gonna ask me how it happened, and all I'm gonna be able to tell them is that it happened one sip at a time. Can't turn me up in the monitors. One sip at a time. That radical transformation. This woman at the well is about to experience what seems like a coincidental encounter with Jesus. You see, this woman is in a drought, but this woman doesn't know that she's in a drought. She's still functioning. She's still playing the part. She's still going to the well at the right time. She's still clocking into work. She's still showing up in the mirror. She's still in this pattern. She's still in this routine. But she doesn't know that God wants to break her out of what has become her norm. So he uses what looks like a coincidence to really set her up to expose her drought so that he can give her a spring in the place where she once had a drought. That's somebody's word in this room tonight. You've been wondering why these things have been happening over and over and over again, and I hear God saying it is not a coincidence, and I am not putting you through trauma and struggle for no reason. I'm trying to expose areas of your life where you have been experiencing a drought so that a spring can come up. Oh, I feel like prophesying in this place. Because I hear God saying that when that spring comes up, that it's not just going to nourish you, but it's going to nourish the generations coming after you. I don't know about you, but my women and my family aren't going to be in the same drought that I went through. I'm going to do something with the dry areas of my life that's going to make it easier for the women coming up after me. I'm glad I went through a drought. I'm glad I went through the heartbreak, because when it's all said and done, there will be no one who has to go through this again. God sets you up. He puts you in that circumstance. He puts you in that situation because he wanted to expose the areas of your life that are too dry for purpose. I felt that for somebody. Yeah. Too dry for purpose. I didn't even study that, so I know that's somebody's word. Not enough faith for purpose. Not enough passion for purpose. I feel like God is saying somebody's got to get back in their position. Somebody's got to get back in the flow. Prophetically, I feel that for somebody. There's a flow happening, baby. There's a flow happening. I prayed. I said, God, just bring me in the flow in Austin. I don't want to be off doing my own thing. I want to be in the flow. God, what is the flow you have for the women in this room? When is the last time you asked God, how am I supposed to be flowing in this season? What if I'm living my life based on an old flow and God wants to do something different in this season? I don't want to be restricted to who I used to be when God is calling me to do something different. God, how am I supposed to flow now? I don't flow the way I used to flow. I don't talk the way I used to talk. I don't walk the way I used to walk. Why? What happened? Because a greater flow came in. And when the greater flow came in, it elevated the way I was thinking. Now I flow differently than everyone else flows, and I'm okay with that. Because everybody can't catch my flow. I feel like flowing. Change the way I flow. Change the way I flow. Update my flow. He's having this encounter with this woman at the well. And he has one intention and one intention only, and that is to change the way she flows.
Change my flow.
She thinks that he wants to meet a need that she is aware of. So she says, "Where is your cup so that I can drink from this well that you're speaking of?" But when God decides to change your flow, he does not address the things that are within your control to handle. He addresses instead the things that you have come to accept as normal that were never supposed to be that way. What if women in our family aren't all supposed to be this way? What if I'm not supposed to just work this job and come home? What if God is trying to change what I have considered as my norm, and that's why I can't sleep at night, and that's why I'm crazy enough to believe with my education that I could still write a book? God, what is it? What is this unsettling that I feel that's down on the inside of me? And God said, it's just me trying to show you that what you have accepted as the norm is not how I intended for you to flow. Which means that we have to be willing to let go of what we thought was supposed to be our norm so that we can understand his vision for how we're supposed to show up in the world. I got pregnant as a teenager. I was 13 years old. I had my son at 14. From there, I went through a really dark spiral, and I was in so many toxic situations, and that's why Tora was really that light in the darkness for me, because she just reminded me of the goodness that was down on the inside of me. But something happened when I decided to ask God, what is it that I am accepting as my norm that you want to confront and transform? Maybe, just maybe, I shouldn't believe that I don't have access to the things that other women have access to because they had a different path. What if we're not supposed to be bitter? What if we're not supposed to be angry? What if we're not supposed to be addicted? What if there is a different flow that God wants to have for us, and we have just accepted as norm something, and we just say, you know, I don't have a husband right now because my last situation ripped me apart, and now I just want to be by myself. But the truth is that there was a time when you believed in what marriage could be, and you believed in what partnership could really represent, but something happened that came and changed your flow. But I hear God saying that you did not just register for a conference, but that you registered so that I could break you out of the prison that your experiences built, so that you can have the freedom that you were always destined to have. I rebuke the spirit of normal over your life. God has called you to be extraordinary in every season. I don't care what the doctor said. I don't care what your father did. I don't care what your mother said. If God placed air in your lungs, he said there is something that only this woman can do. And so I want to challenge you, Austin, to rise up and take ownership over what God said. I can't trust my own mind sometimes.